Welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is episode number 562 for November 30th through December 6th, 2020. What is new this week? A lunar eclipse in Gemini. Its aspects flung hither and yon highlights the week. A boosted Grand Cross radiates wisdom, service, and compassion. A triple Yod highlights relationship, creativity, and higher purpose. And we have 7 bonus aspects. Before I go any further, here's a final reminder about my Black Friday savings on Astrology Plus readings. Now, before the pandemic, I was charging $180 per hour for Astrology Plus sessions. When the pandemic got serious, I temporarily dropped to $120 an hour to help folks out. But my Black Friday savings are even better. Through this Monday, November 30, I have dropped my rate to just $99 an hour. So stock up. Prepay as many sessions as you like for yourself. They're good for more than a year through December 31st of 2021. You can also buy gift certificates for your friends and loved ones at this special rate. Now, I don't have to tell you how intense 2020 has been. 2021, dominated by a no-nonsense Saturn-Uranus square, is also likely to bring plenty of challenges. I can tell you exactly how 2021's revolutionary energies will archetypally impact your natal chart. My practical, to-the-point advice can help you work skillfully with the coming year's potent astrological forces to create the most wonderful possible outcome. I specialize in helping clients transform difficult astrological alignments into awesome opportunities. Choose from 4 Astrology Plus session lengths. The longer the session, the more insight you gain. 1 hour is only $99. 90 minutes is $149. 2 hours is $199. And a deep dive 3-hour session is only $299. These sweet discounts are only good through Monday, November 30th. That is tomorrow as I record this. So place your order now. The Black Friday blog post is featured on the homepage of astroshaman.com, as well as in the show notes, which are at astroshaman.com/562. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Benjamin Bernstein, broadcasting from thisweekinastrology.com. I simultaneously record these weekly forecasts as an audio podcast and a video, so you can choose whichever format you prefer. The video version includes detailed chart graphics, which you can also see in my written forecasts at astroshaman.com. This Week in Astrology is honored to be one of the internet's top 10 astrology podcasts. Check out our website where you can hear the show and subscribe to podcast updates. And if you haven't already, be sure to click the link in the show notes for 2 chances to win a free Astrology Plus session with me each month. What's old as we come into this week? We've got a waxing moon still, Chiron retrograde through December 15th, and Uranus retrograde through January 14th. We've also got a Grand Cross still in play, but I'll be telling you plenty about that in this week's forecast. So let's get on to what's new. On Monday, November 30th, we jump right in with our headline event, a Gemini Lunar Eclipse. It lines up at 4:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time at 8 degrees, 38 minutes Gemini. While visible in the Americas, Australia, and other areas, this penumbral eclipse will only darken the moon slightly. As a Gemini full moon, this lunation is great for release and adjustment in how you communicate and think. The first 2 questions from the work of Byron Katie come to mind. 1, is it true? 2, can you absolutely know that it's true? Aspects. This eclipse's aspects are all over the place and are mostly challenging. The most powerful aspect is a sesquare, 135 degrees, between the moon and Pluto. Jupiter, conjunct Pluto and more loosely sesquare the moon, amplifies the following effects. One of Pluto's jobs is to destroy what does not serve you. With the moon in Gemini, he'll take special aim at any delusions or misconceptions you're holding. During my 60 years, I've had a number of bedrock beliefs that I was 100% sure were right until they were proved wrong. As a result, I've learned not to believe anything I think. Any beliefs I hold are conditional and open to immediate change if disproved. This approach would be too radical for many. If your fundamental identity is based on your thoughts, such an approach could feel too threatening. But once you awaken to your divine self, you experience that your true identity transcends ideation entirely. Then holding lightly to beliefs becomes much easier. Other aspects. The luminaries square Vesta, the asteroid goddess of service to a higher cause. If you're involved in such an endeavor, note any challenges that arise. Is it time to put your attention elsewhere, or is your optimal path to stay the course and work through the issues? The luminaries, Venus and Uranus, form a funky little aspect pattern bordered by 2 quincunxes and 2 semi-sextiles, 30 degrees each. This calls for paradigm shifts that could affect your relationships, creativity, and or finances. Follow your intuitive flashes. Finally, there's a Moon Chiron sextile. This is the only soft aspect made by the moon. It creates a harmonious, energized opportunity for healing and mentoring. This could come in handy considering this eclipse's other aspects. This lunar eclipse's Sabian symbol is a medieval archer stands with the ease of one wholly sure of himself, bow in hand, his quiver filled with arrows. Are you like this archer, confident, well-equipped, and ready for whatever may come? If so, congratulations, you're ready for these crazy changing times. If not, what preparation or resources do you need? Are you proactively getting what you need? If not, what will it take to get you in gear? We have a bonus aspect also on Monday, November 30th. It's Venus quintile Pluto, Venus 11 Scorpio, Pluto 23 Capricorn. Now, the quintile is a magical fairy dust kind of aspect, and Venus has several core meanings. Let's briefly cover them. Venus is relationship. Pluto is transformation. It destroys what doesn't serve you. It empowers what does. Quintile is more likely to be harmonious and positive. So if you have a relationship that has some good qualities, Pluto is likely to amplify them. And if it's a sexual relationship, Pluto is about sacred sex. So that could be really awesome as well. Also, just even if it's a platonic relationship, just going deeper, getting more honest, authentic, and real with that person would be a really great way to use a Venus-Pluto quintile. Venus could also be the artist, so this could empower your creativity. Venus could be finance. It could be giving you all sorts of cool ideas relating to your money. It's also worth noting that Venus is in Scorpio, which is the same archetypal energy as Pluto. So the whole Pluto thing, transformation, empowerment, sacred sex gets even more juiced up than it normally would. Let's also look at another bonus aspect here on Monday, November 30th, Mercury sextile Saturn. Mercury 28 Scorpio and Saturn is 28 Capricorn. So Mercury is thinking and communicating. Saturn is solidity, maturity. What this does is it would tend to give you strong, steady support for thinking. You could probably hold thoughts longer, follow them deeper in. Also, thoughts about serious practical things would definitely be supported with Mercury sextile Saturn. Mercury's in Scorpio still, which means it's tending to want to go deep and go into Mercury in Scorpio, as I've said before, is like detective work, investigation, diving into the depths, and Saturn can give you a solid foundation for that sort of work. Let's move on to Tuesday, December 1st. We have a boosted Grand Cross that radiates wisdom, service, and compassion. A Grand Cross with huge potential for soul-aligned compassion, unconditional love, and service to a higher cause started on November 19th and runs for 4 months. The effects of long-lasting aspect patterns like this get stronger when fast trigger planets line up with them. This happens twice in the first half of December. The 4-month Grand Cross includes Vesta, Neptune, and the lunar nodes. Today, on December 1st, the Sun conjoins the South Node and makes hard aspects to the other planets. This creates a Grand Cross with the Sun, Vesta, Neptune, and the lunar nodes. It peaks on December 9th and ends on December 19th. As I said in my November 19 forecast, Vesta represents support for a higher cause that does not directly benefit you. Neptune radiates unconditional love and compassion. The lunar nodes represent life purpose, plus they're in the axis of communication, North Node Gemini, South Node Sagittarius. This suggests that part of your service to this cause might include spreading the word about it. Learning more about it is also supported. The Sagittarian sun adds energy to this overall effect. It also adds power to the archetypal energy of the guru, professor, or philosopher. Watch for opportunities where you can serve others by compassionately sharing your wisdom. Then on Thursday, December 3rd, a Triple Yod Highlights Relationship creativity, and higher purpose. That rare triple yod begins on December 3rd, peaks on the 6th, and ends on the 10th. It combines Venus, Mars, Vesta, Pluto, and the North Node. The three individual yods are Venus, Mars, Vesta, Venus, Pluto, North Node, and Venus, Mars, North Node. The individual and combined yods energize a variety of life-affirming possibilities if you're willing to make the necessary adjustments. Possibilities include partnering with someone to support a higher cause, using your creativity to support a higher cause, transforming or releasing a relationship to better align with your soul purpose, using your creative gifts to communicate a transformational message, using sacred sexual energy to support a higher cause that aligns with your life purpose, partnering with someone to create or transmit a soul-aligned message. Have fun playing with those possibilities. Also, on Thursday, we have Venus quintile Jupiter, Venus 15 Scorpio, Jupiter 27 Capricorn. Venus and Jupiter are the two classic benefics. Venus is the lesser benefic, Jupiter is the greater benefic. So for starters, this could just be lucky. Quintile is, again, that magical fairy dust kind of energy. So here on December 3rd, there could be some really sweet, lucky energy in the air. Doesn't mean you're going to win the lottery, but it's more likely that nice things might happen. To be more archetypally specific, again, we've covered the meanings of Venus. Let's cover them again in this context. Relationship, Jupiter expands. Quintile makes magic and luck. So if you are wanting to bring out a really fortunate situation in a relationship, this would be a great time to do it. Now, again, if a relationship has fundamental issues, this is not going to magically cure them, but just means it's going to be easier for whatever positive qualities the relationship does have to come forth. This is really good for creativity. Just a very big expansion of any creative juice, and could also give you some cool ideas or opportunities financially as well. Let's move on to Friday, December 4th. We have Mercury trine Chiron, another bonus aspect. Mercury is at 5 degrees Sagittarius, Chiron's at 5 degrees Aries. Mercury and Chiron have some common meaning. Mercury is thinking and communicating. Chiron is mentoring and healing. So one obvious way is it's a really good energy to gain wisdom or share wisdom. Mercury in medical astrology rules the arms and the hands. And therefore, Chiron, healer, Mercury, the hands and arms, like flowing divine energy, could be used for healing, but it's a little more obvious to use it in a mentoring or information sharing kind of way, especially because Mercury is in Sagittarius, which is the professor, philosopher, guru energy. Let's move on to Saturday, December 5th. Yet another bonus aspect, Venus trine Neptune. Venus is at 18 Scorpio, Neptune is at 18 Pisces. Another lovely Venus combo. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. Venus is personally created creativity. You think it up out of your personality, but Neptune is divinely inspired creativity. It just comes down the pipe without you even asking for it. The muse sings it to you. And a trine is easy, effortless connection. So what a fantastic energy to have creative inspiration come down the pike. Again, with Venus with her multiple meanings, if it's a relationship, this is a beautiful energy under which to feel a more beautiful energetic connection with someone, whether it's romantic or platonic. Good time to hang out with your buds, those you feel a nice connection with. Even monetarily, it could be, wow, I'm just getting divine flow, all that sort of thing. Neptune's also a flow state planet, so you might find relationships are just easier to flow with. Creativity comes more easily. It's just a really beautiful energy for Venus and Neptune together. Just a grace note on that, Venus in Scorpio says, whatever you're doing creatively, just don't inhibit yourself. Let it all come out, and then after it's expressed, you can choose whether or not anyone else needs to be aware of what you've done. Sometimes creativity is just done for catharsis and personal growth. All right, on to Sunday, December 6th. We have the peak of that triple yod. Remember that yod had Venus, Mars, Vesta, Pluto in the North Node. Again, it started on December 3rd, peaks today on the 6th, ends on the 10th. Also on Sunday, December 6th, another bonus aspect, Venus quincunx Mars. That's Venus at 18 Scorpio, Mars at 18 Aries. Venus and Mars are the feminine and masculine energies. Quincunx is adjustment. So this suggests there might be some relationship needed in any kind of relationship, even if it's a same gender relationship. This is just kind of the polarities represented by Venus and Mars. So watch for a challenge and have a good strategy ready if you do. As always, I'm a big fan of Marshall Rosenberg's book, Nonviolent Communication, to help you work things out with somebody. And if you got shadow work of your own to do, I always recommend my healing invocation. You can check that out at astroshaman.com. Go to the last word on the menu bar, invocations. That'll take you to a spot where you can get access to my awesome invocation masterclass. We have yet another bonus aspect on Sunday, December 6th. We have Mercury quincunx Uranus, and that's with Mercury at 7 Sagittarius and Uranus is at 7 Taurus. Another octave relationship, Mercury is human mind, Uranus is divine mind. So again, quincunx, if you make the right adjustment, your human mind can get more intuitive hits. Uranus tends to strike like lightning, eureka, aha. So if you are leaving enough quiet space to get those downloads, whether you're meditating or just taking time to chill or walk in the woods, leave some time where your mind is just relaxed. It makes it a little bit easier for those hits to come through. All right, so that is all of our key events, but there's more I'd like to tell you. Everyone is welcome to participate in many Awakening Plus Zoom calls for free. These events support your individual healing and awakening, as well as global spiritual awakening. Starting this month, there are some private events for Awakening Plus members only, but you can easily become a member with our 30 days for $1 risk-free trial membership. So here's the December events scheduled so far. We have free public events every Thursday called New Earth Support Team. These are at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. In this popular weekly event, we first create our sacred container and invoke embodied awakening, and then we team up, flowing energy to support the more awakened New Earth currently blossoming. Our intention is always the same, but the divine keeps it fresh by providing endless variations on this amazing experience. Thankfully, one thing remains consistent: the personal spiritual upgrades and profound bliss we always receive. These last about an hour. Then we have a members only call this Wednesday, December 2nd, monthly community support call. In these monthly community support calls, we hang out, get to know each other, and support each other in large and small groups. That'll be about 90 minutes. And then we have a first time, very special event, again, members only. So maybe you want to become one. Tuesday, December 8th at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, shamanic breathwork. Breakthrough to deeper healing and awakening with this amazing process, supported by focused breathing and powerful recorded music. You can experience a natural altered state and spontaneous shamanic journeying. This process can release old wounds, challenging emotions, and dysfunctional patterns, resulting in greater health and wholeness. You might also open to new levels of spiritual awakening. I am a certified shamanic breathwork facilitator. I will introduce you to the process, hold space remotely during the music, and then help you integrate afterward. This is a powerful healing experience that can help you reconnect with your own inner healer. As old wounds and dysfunctional patterns are released and transformed, you can begin to regain lost soul parts and remember the magic of who you really are. States of consciousness can range from divine, otherworldly ecstasy to the intense release of negative forces in the psyche. Old patterns of dysfunction may serve as addictions, are sometimes healed as you release feelings such as grief, fear, rage, and anxiety. Shamanic breathwork honors and blends the timeless wisdom of ancient traditions with new paradigm methods of healing and teaching. It's designed to awaken your own inner shaman. If you're ready to take your healing and awakening to the next level, this remote shamanic breathwork event can help you do it. Again, members only. It'll last about 2 hours. We also have on December 15, that Tuesday, a divinely directed event. Once again, members only. It's directed by Spirit's in-the-moment guidance to serve each person's highest good. That'll last 60 to 90 minutes. And finally, a public event, Intuitive Reiki Healing. Guest presenter Lorraine Jones, Tuesday, December 22nd, 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. The benefits you could receive from Lorraine's Intuitive Reiki Healing event are practically limitless. Possibilities include healing, clarity, and peace, joy, enlightenment, and empowerment, stress reduction, and relaxation. And I'll be telling you more about that as we get closer to that date. This is the show that covers the first day of the month, so we're going to announce our free session winner. It's Coralie. It's spelled Corilee. And there's only one Coralie who has signed up for the free session. So if that's you, Coralie, pop me an email, astroshamanbenjamin@gmail.com, and we will get you set up. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Coralie. Thank all of you for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. I can serve you with astrology readings, shamanic healing, awakening activation, astrological event timing, and one-of-a-kind life coaching. All my one-on-one services are equally effective in person or long distance. And during the pandemic, I have dropped my rates significantly. I also offer an unbeatable price on SolarFire, the #1 astrology software for Windows. And as I mentioned, I run the Awakening Plus online membership for spiritual support. You can learn about all this and more at astroshaman.com. To check out the show notes, go to astroshaman.com/562. Please reach out if you have any questions. My email is astroshamanbenjamin@gmail.com, and my number for voice and text, 828-338-9852. I would love to connect with you. We're wrapping it up. Please leave me a rating, review, or comment wherever you get this episode so that others who also love astrology and spirituality can find it. Thank you again for spending this time with me. Stay safe, stay healthy. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.